It's going to be a big one, Hyper.
It's going to be interesting because we walked into this and we're saying that, you know, King Zero, DRG, you can't fault them.
No, they do go forward into our next game of cash out though, so they will get one more chance before they are eliminated.
Players to get comfortable, to get into a position of fighting, and oh god. Sorry, that head-to-head, I've just seen Kier.
Line is still huge on that light, so you can't rule him out. HLM going into this for DRG. And I can only assume that for 4am, they're going to be sticking to the HLL. They've been loving it all day. Indeed they are. They're going to run it back one more time. Possibly one of the last times we see them. Depending on what happens in this, if they lose that next cash out, if they don't qual here, Hyper, we might not see them again today.
Yeah, we start to creep onto that elimination mindset, which is something that a lot of teams do not want to think about. Will you guarantee yourself a good little pot of gold? Or are you going and looking down the barrel of walking away with nothing? RPG lands, does a fair amount of damage, but not enough to warrant a happy win on top of it. The mesh shield has been powerful time and time again. Both sides will be using it, but we're already seeing player taken down instantaneously. And the heavy taken away, left with 2 lights. Yes, you can rotate, be fast and nimble, which is going to be great for Ghost. Can he clutch from this situation? Player gets it done. Wow. Just
that's big for 4am.
Wow.
That is huge for 4am, considering that they have struggled in those first team fights. Especially when we're going up for first vault, they have really not been enjoying themselves, but that is light at the end of the tunnel. That was what you wanted to see from them, and that's what we've been waiting for all day, I'd argue, from this team, is a little bit more decisiveness. However, they haven't won just yet. It's only the first vault, and let alone only the first team fight. That's not even the first cash out done. Glitch grenades everywhere, mesh shields up. First kill goes in favor of 4am once more. They are just dominating right now with a second very close to follow. Dim's not long of this world either. Each member of 4am finding one. A team wipe. And DRG back on the waiting screen.
DRG disrespected 4 Angry Men. Jumped in, knew the prep wasn't there, no defenses put up, and just went, you know what, we're gonna pounce you and watch you crumble. The problem was 4 Angry Men were prepared. They took that in their stride and they took full control of the fight, took full control of the chaos, which when it comes to chaos, 4 Angry Men does thrive. And it sounds weird taking account they always move quite a bit, and this was my criticism from before. They move too much. But that movement is what makes them so hard to kill when you get up close and personal. So 4 Angry Men, liking this closeness, not liking this long range fight as they attack down to the worst. DRG have site control.
About 45 seconds left in play, but they can opt for denial as well. You see them setting up below, and you can imagine they're probably going to do just that. Drop on down, RPG hits, that's huge damage on the Boom. No H Infuser in sight to keep him alive. He's going to be punished for it, out of position. Player low, Kiara as well, really hurt, and actually does fall to Shy in the end as they glitch on back up. Sorry, Gateway back on up, trying to regain that height. But the goo grenades stopping everything in its tracks right now. Shuai taken down by Ghost, spotting the other. Mesh shield protects, and it's another quick kill. They found the final one. Has to reload though. Looking to find Boom. He's all that's left. It's now a heavy 1v1. Dome shield comes up to block, but it doesn't matter. 4am have the vault. There's nothing DRG can do. And that ultimately is all you need to do. Maybe a wipe for insult to injury. A coin's going to come soon if you can lock it in. Just one shot to hit. It's 25 seconds and coins for 4am, a victory that they needed. First vault goes to them.
A lot of chaos. And what did I just say a few moments ago, Proto? What was my words? Oh yeah, 4am thrives in chaos. They enjoyed it. They essentially forced DRG to fight one-on-ones, but it was a trap. The trap being, it wasn't a 1-on-1, it was a 2v1, and constant damage from different angles while DRG pinned themselves inside of a corner. Huge mistakes. Huge mistakes.
Big mistakes. Realistically, though, if you're a 4 a.m. fan, it's a good start. Great start even. They look to try and do some damage, dropping them down off the balcony there. RPG doesn't do a great deal of damage, but does force them to take an alternative route. Will push them towards the stairs / the other side of the mezzanine on the other side of the building. Good damage, though, from DRG. They've managed to put 4 a.m. down quite low, and with Kiar going down quickly, player also not looking as healthy as he possibly could. He's going to opt to go for the C4, grabs Vault, and now will try and just run it away for a little bit of time wasting, but DRG, diligent as they may, chase him down. They grab 2 and they're on their way to B.
I love doing that boost. It's so satisfying to watch. Nonetheless, a few seconds of prep time will go in favor for 4 Angry Men. Just notice the lack of coins with one player not spawning in. That's a problem. Hold up. Ah, it was a disconnect. I think we might have a bit of problem coming into play. Hopefully,
well, they can't rehost.
No,
it's too late.
Kia. That is Kia on his alt account. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to continue. I think it looks like he's in the game. Like the countdown's going back down.
Yeah, he is. He's just connected back in.
Yeah. So, unfortunate. I don't know what Wi-Fi is used in China. I don't know the brandings, but
I'm assuming Wi-Fi.
We might be connected to McDonald's Wi-Fi. Let's be real. That we all know that's bad.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. However, whatever the problem is, it's just clear that it's not his day. He will coin back in and join his team once more. And they will attempt to maybe make something of it, but considering that the amount of time that's been wasted, it's going to be difficult. They have one more chance, realistically. Considering they are disjointed, I'd be interested to see how this goes for them. Diving on up, they have spotted one. They need to opt to try and find a kill super quick. They've got a late join from their teammate who's coming into this team fight on the back end. Players taken down. Shuai is low. Dim's low. But the H-Infuser comes out. Dim finds a second. It's now just Kiar. Off the back of that reconnect, he finds one. He's on the chance for a 1v3 here. Hang on. If he can get this heavy. No, just not quite. Shuai supports. The mesh shield will keep Boom alive. But that was a little too close for comfort for DRG. They're going to find one and push us to a third.
That mesh shield has saved Boom God knows how many times. It has been a massive tool. And a talk of conversation of, is it better to run winch or mesh? You bring that argument over to Europe, they'll say winch all the way. You bring it to the Americans, they'll say mesh all the way. Here, it's a 50-50. And I tell you what, I think everyone's leaning towards mesh shield. It's working perfectly. All tied on what has been a very entertaining battle. Unfortunate for 4 Angry Men with their disconnect, and you could play the who or what if situation. Reality is, we're never going to know. We look ahead.
We do indeed. Vault has been opened. But ultimately, trying to make something happen here. They don't know where they want to go. It's looking like it might be a team fight to start things off. Mesh shield up early. Good glitch grenade. RPG doesn't hit for as much as maybe it should have, as all 3 of members of DRG have now joined forces on the backside of the building, trying to get in. But ultimately, not a great deal happens at all, anywhere in terms of this fight. Everyone's sort of just sitting around. Bolt's off in Narnia. No one's touched it. And they're opting to try and go for an early kill. But that's really all that's going on right now, Hyper. Just a lot of back and forth.
Talk of early kills. Shuai will find it.
Yeah.
Ghost drops to the floor. 4 Angry Men now on the back foot, but Shuai's low. That information will be critical. If they can be able to get a counter back, it would be brilliant. But no, again, caught lurking and roaming. Easier to take the wipe, reset, and come back to it. It'll be a quick plug, and precariously, that D cash box stands tall and still allows for 3 drops on this in this position. No, they're going C. Interesting.
I mean, if they
Get in the
pull it
back
out,
alley. Yeah, back alley.
which is
Literally, as soon as I saw it.
I was like, yeah, see, why not? They're gonna chuck it in the alley. It makes perfect sense. They got to do it quick though. 4 a.m.
No, they can't. No winch.
True. They can push it though. They do have the ability to melee it over with heavy. Or sort of maybe roll it out if they can. Worst case scenario. But it looks like it's just going to be a direct fight. RPG comes out. That's huge damage onto Dim and Boom. Shuai has been forced away by that Shack. And ultimately, trying to follow it up. Mesh Shield has to come out from player to keep him and his team alive. Ghost is forced away. Boom's taking down player. Finds one. Kiar does look for one of his own. But Ghost now coming to join the party as well. They have all had to run away. They're protecting this totem. And it's going to have to be a coin. And one last hurrah for the boys at 4 a.m.
One last hurrah. They know they can get this steal. In their minds, they are mentally prepared to getting that steal. The DRG, again, height is beautiful for them. However, this is an awkward height position. You can't get any higher. You can't move around it well. And you open yourself up for an RPG that we saw on that initial attack. 4 Angry Men doing huge amount of damage. C4 will open things up, and again a height control change will massively get things going. But there's too many players, and player not sure who to attack, not sure who to go for. The chase will start to go through. Ghost has already dropped to the floor. Now Kier is dropping low. Has to go and get the heals back onto player, but player drops to the floor. Kier left alive. We know we can play with clutches, but it won't happen. DRG will qualify through.
Go.
Our 1, our 2, our 3 currently on the leaderboards have qualified through. Proto, who is number 4?
We don't get the 3 volts, but we're seeing them do a lot more damage now, which is great. Boom. Insane game. 10 and 4 on the heavy. What much the gang. One more game of cash out. Currently in our final round of cash out, we're looking at 777RS, KZ, and DRG. We need one more team to join them, which we will, but a best of 3 in that instance. We will find out who's going to take away first seed. But realistically, right now, China's looking good. We've got one